This lesson is the second lesson in combining like terms, and today we're going to do some combining like terms within equations. So the first thing we want to do is I like to draw a line down through the equal sign to help us keep everything separated. So what I'm going to be looking at is how many x's do I have, how many constants do I have. So this is 6 x's and 3 x's. That gives me 9 x's. And then this guy doesn't have anything to combine with, so he's just a plus 6. That equals 33. Now at this point, you just have a two-step equation. So subtract 6 from each side. That gives me that 9x equals 27. Divide both sides by 9. And my answer is x equals 3. Please remember that, as always, it is a great idea to check your answer. So 6x plus 3x plus 6 equals 33. 6 times 3 plus 3 times 3 plus 6 equals 33. Please remember to always use your original equation, because if you made some mistakes simplifying, then that's going to affect how your check works. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 3 is 9. And then this is all addition, so I can really do it in any order I want. 9 plus 6 is 15. 18 plus 15 is 33. So we ask ourselves, did it work? Yes, it did. Next question. Oops. The next question, again, I'm going to draw a line down through my equal sign. Now remember that you should be treating these like integers, because a minus 2x, when you add the opposite, that negative really goes with it. So this is going to be 7x and minus 2x. That gives me 5x minus 4. That equals negative 64. So when I add 4 to each side, I'm going to get negative 60 equals 5x divided by 5, and x equals negative once. 5 goes into 6 once with 1 left over, so that's going to be 12, I believe. So x is equal to negative 12. And again, you should always check your solution, but we're not going to do that together in this video. So our next one is 3x, and remember this is a negative. Negative 7x, that gives me negative 4x. Plus 4 equals 52. Subtract my 4 from both sides. That gives me negative 4x equals 48. Divide by negative 4, and x equals negative 12. Now I have negative 5x, positive x, so this is going to be 6 minus 4x, or you could put the minus first, it doesn't matter what order. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. Now in this one, be very careful, that's a negative 4x left over, and negative 48. Divide by negative 4, and I get x is equal to positive 12. Example number 5. This one's a little bit different. So I've got 2x minus 3x, that's negative x. And I've actually got some stuff over here that I can combine as well. So 5 and negative 13 makes negative 8. Now remember, this means the opposite of x. So if the opposite of x is negative 8, then x is positive 8. So when there's variables on both sides, it's a little bit different. We still have to combine all of our like terms though. So I always put my constants together first, and I usually try to keep everything positive. So to get rid of this positive 3, I'm going to have to do minus 3. And I chose to do that because 7 minus 3 is a positive 4. So I've got 3x equals x plus 4. Then I'm going to move my variable. I need to subtract x from both sides to get rid of that x over there. That's going to give me 2x equals 4. And then divide both sides by 2. And actually, I should probably just go ahead and move my variables first because I'm more concerned about having my variables be positive than my constants. So we're going to do that this time. It really truly doesn't matter what order you do it in though. All right, so I've got a positive 7 over here and a positive 6 over here. So I'm going to have to end up subtracting from both sides regardless. I'm going to subtract the 6x because 7 minus 6 is a positive 1. And remember, I always like to have those positive numbers there. And now I just need to get rid of the constant 1 that's over there with my x. So x equals 9. This one's going to get a little tricky. Doesn't matter which way I move my x, something weird's going to happen. What is x minus x? Nothing. So it's a 3. What is x minus x? Nothing. So it's a negative 13. Okay, so both variables went away. This is when you ask yourself, does this make, bless me, sorry, make sense? Does 3 equal negative 13? No, never. So that means there's no solution where this equation will work. There's no answer, basically. So you actually just need to write no solution for me. All right, this says a basketball court is twice as long as it is wide. We're going to write and simplify an expression for the perimeter of the court in terms of W. So if we call this W, it's twice as long as it's wide. So for perimeter, I add up all the sides. Well, W, W, 2W, and 2W combines to 6W. Same thing, we're going to have the perimeter of this, which means we're going to take 2x, 4x, and 14 and add it together. Except this time, I know what the perimeter equals. 2x and 4x is 6x. Okay, and I usually underline them. Now I'm going to subtract the 14 from both sides. I'm going to have a 6x left over, and that's going to be, let me just do a little borrowing here, 118. Divide by 6, and x equals 3. So that's all we have today. Make sure and complete your assignment in the next few pages.